And welcome back to Hand Collectibles for another Fanhome review and tutorial. And as you can see, yes, we are back with the 89 Batmobile, the final two issues in this pack, issue 43 and 44. As always, please do hit that bell notification, please do like and subscribe to the channel. So, without further ado, have a look at issue 43 first. Okay, so here we have issue 43 and issue 43's parts. So as you can see, we've got this die cast intake for the side again, and the bits that we've already done on the opposite side. I'll bring that in so you can see that. That's what we did that side, so we're going to be doing this on the other side. Very cool. And move that to one side and we'll have a look through the booklet like usual. So we're carrying on with Dark Knight Trilogy by the looks of it, so the Batpod, as you can see there, that pops out the front of the tumbler. So the front two wheels of the Batpod they come out the front of the tumbler when the tumbler gets damaged. And the Batpod in comics, as you can see, right ear intake is what we're going to be doing now. The Man Behind the Red Hood comic books again, Batman 1977. Yeah, there we go, Detective Comics again. Okay, let's get the parts out. Okay, so here are all the parts for issue 43 laid out. As you can see, we've got this nice die cast air intake again with the blacking on the inside. Really nice part. Little vent, plastic cover piece. It's a bit more than the exhaust system. Some B screws, some D screws, and some E screws. So we'll move them to one side. We'll have a look, see what our first part is. I believe that is actually our first part. So we'll bring this back in. And our first part is we're going to put this in that little harder to do on this side actually. There we go. And then we're just going to mount that where them two holes are right there. Hold that on. Oh, I've let go of it, and that is going to be mounted in with two E screws. So I'll get my E screws. I need two of those. There we go. Right, let's get this mounted back in place again. Easier done from this side. Where them holes are again. Then just going to put one of the E screws in place. There we go, so that holds that in place. We'll do the other E screw as well. Just there. Like so. So that's the two E screws there and now. So you don't need to go crazy tight, just tight enough so it holds it all in. It is just plastic parts. If you go too tight, you will start probably splitting it. But yep, that's how that sits. And what is the next part? So the next part is we're going to bring this in. It looks like it goes around this way, like so. Push that into place. And then I'm going to bring these two parts back in. So like last time, these two parts, they make a little open and close valve. And there is a locator lug on this. So I'm going to insert that into that part we just put on. And then this is going to be held in from the opposite side with a D screw. So I'll get a D screw out. There's a D screw. There we go. And from that side, open and close. Like I say, you might have to put a little magnet on that just to try and keep that closed. That's that part done. And then next we are going to bring the air intake back in. As like I said, there is a locator cutout part on this, which obviously fits right in there, and this only will go in one way. It'll only line up really flush one way. This is going to be held in now with this. Push this into place. There we go. You look down now, that's where that sits. Really, really nice. We'll turn this over, and you want to get this rim sit really nice and flush there, and then locate these two lugs here and here. And then this, here we go, on that side, that's how that looks. And this on this side going to be held in with two B screws. So let's get two B screws. And there's one. Put this in. There we go. We want one more B screw. Like so. There we go. Line it up there, nice like that. As you can see, that's that, the open and close valve. I think that brings us, it does, to the end of this issue. So now actually we have two of these, one for each side of the car, built up to the same spec. Okay, so now we'll move on to the final issue in this pack. Okay, so here we have issue 44, the final issue in this package. So here we have the issue and the actual part. So we're not doing anything else to do with the side skirt. We've moved on to an actual seat. So something different again, which is nice. Nice change of pace. But it doesn't look like there's a whole lot to do in this issue. So I'll move the seat to one side and we'll have a look through the book. And now a bit about Wayne Industries. Still sticking with the Nolan trilogy. The board of directors, the Wayne Enterprises, and here we go, left seat is what we're going to be putting together. Poison Ivy in the comics, 1978. There we go. Lovely pictures of the front Batman comics. There we go. Sign of the Joker. Okay, so here we have issue 44's parts. As you can see, we've got the seat. They made it look like leathery with all the creases in it. Really nice, quite hard plastic. So that's kind of how that looks. Nice piece. It looks like we've got a backer plate for it. Not quite sure what this part is yet for it. And one set of T-screws. So not a whole lot to do in this issue. So without further ado, let's see where we start. So we move that to one side. We'll pull this part in. Now it actually says that, I think these holes on the underneath is what we push these through. Right, so it goes flat. So you've got your 3 holes out the other side. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put 2 T-screws through the underneath. Now let's get 2 T-screws out. There we go. First one on the screwdriver. We'll just screw this into the bottom. And into the bottom. There we go. And then we're just going to keep these parts separate for the moment, so we're not even going to put these together. I'm gathering, and that is kind of how they will fit. Yeah, at the moment, don't want us to put us together, so we've got that. And we've got these made up in this issue. There's that one there. And that one there. So that's where we're up to so far with the 89 Batmobile. And that brings us to the end of this issue and the end of this video. As always, please do like and subscribe to the channel, it really does help. And as always, your collection, your rules. I'll see you next time.